So if your style is simple, everyday, you want to wear makeup, but you either don't have the time or you really don't care enough to put in the effort for something elaborate or fancy, I'll show you exactly what you're going to love. And I will start off by saying you must start with a nice face, or else everything else is going to be so much harder. Having a basic skincare routine at the least is super important, at least cleansing and moisturizing. You definitely need to start with those things to actually prep your face, and then I promise you, all your effort and all your work in getting a nice, simple, but pretty face is going to be so much easier. It will take so much less effort. So start with that first, and then I am going to use today Tinted Moisturizer. We have a couple different options for foundations, and Tinted Moisturizer is our sheer coverage option. And it is basically a moisturizer with some pigment. It has properties that cancel out redness. So if you have a lot of red splotches on your face, this is perfect for you. Even if you don't, it's still perfect. It smells amazing, it feels amazing, and it's so easy. I basically just put it on like lotion. We also have a regular foundation, which feels like nothing. So if you like a little bit more coverage, the regular foundation comes in a bottle just like this, and it's extremely lightweight. It's actually really easy to match and find the perfect color for you. So that's definitely an option that you would love. And that I just put on with a stippling brush. It's not difficult at all, and it blends really well. Next is some concealer. They just come in a little container like this. They're extremely creamy and buttery, and these colors, actually all of these, the foundation, the concealer, the blush, anything with pigment, the pigment is going to stay. They are all smudge resistant and budge proof. So I'm just putting on some concealer, you know, for under eye circles. Make yourself look more awake. My issue is tiny children keeping me awake. I don't know what your issue is, but most of us look tired, more tired than we want to look, right? After concealer, some eyeshadow. And now all of these are cream to powder eyeshadows. They come in little containers like this. They're extremely easy to work with. If you haven't been used to using cream to powder, you will love it. I am taking one. This is called Mulberry. It's a nice kind of brownish pink mauve, and just putting it in my crease, nice and easy. It blends extremely well. You can see that it's quite pigmented. When you blend it, you can blend it to almost nothing. You have quite a bit of time for them to dry before they're gonna stay. So you have all the time you need to make sure that you don't end up looking like a clown because you didn't mean to apply as much as you accidentally did. They last forever because you don't need to apply very much. I'm putting Mocha Java Shimmer, probably the best, hands down, the best and my favorite neutral everyday shade. Has a tiny bit of shimmer. There's also a matte option. There are some matte shadows and some shimmer shadows. So depending on what you like, there's an option for you. And now in the outer corner, I'll put on some Garnet. This is a really beautiful dark chocolatey brown. And adding a dark color to the outer corner of your eyes really helps bring in dimension. You can see how easy they are to blend. I mean, that's a very pigmented shade, and I just did a tiny dot. Always start with less and add more, so it makes them last forever. There we go, and I am not a pro. You can see I'm smudging this around. They really are easy to work with. Okay, and then in the inner corner, I love to use a really light shade to help myself look more awake and alert. So this is called Sandstone Pearl Shimmer. Adding that to the inside is a really nice highlight. And then eyeliner. And now this is the liquid version. There are a couple different options for eyeliner. They're all smudge proof and budge proof though. So when you put it on, it's not gonna sweat off throughout the day. You're not gonna end up with smudge liner underneath your eye. Once they dry, they stay. So you can use the liquid version like I'm doing, or you can use the eyeshadow. There's a black one and it works amazing, or you can use the dark brown, whatever color you like really, but the eyeshadow works great with the liner brush. It's also smudge proof, budge proof, and there's also an eyeliner pencil. So kind of depends on you and what your preference is and what you like to use. Next, mascara, which is right here. Now this is actually a brand new one. It is volumizing. It's called Volume Intense Lash Sense. And I'm in love. Like I said, it's brand new. They just reformulated their mascara, and it has this amazing thick brush which works really well to coat your lashes. And now this is waterproof, and there's also a non-waterproof option. I will say I used to hate waterproof because it was so hard to get off. This stuff is different. It melts off like butter. It's by far the easiest to remove waterproof I have ever used. Honestly, it's easier to remove than some non-waterproof that I've used. It doesn't act like black tar all over your face. And this also contains properties that actually help your lashes grow. It's hydrating for your lashes. It's not going to make them brittle or break off. It's actually very nourishing for them. Okay, and then of course, eyebrows. Don't skip those. They actually add a lot of definition to your face, and I'm no pro at them, but I do them every day. And you know what? Every day I become closer and closer to being a pro just because I practice. But I'm using an eyeshadow for that as well. And since they're budge proof, the color's gonna stay all day. It's not gonna get swiped off by my babies scratching at my face. And there is also another option for brows. And I go back and forth and use both of them depending on the day. This one I use a little brush for, and it has tint, and that's wonderful when I just want some definition. But the other option is called Brow Sense, and it comes in a little container like this. On one side it has a brush, and you can use that to comb through your your brows. And on the other side it has a small little applicator, and these are tinted, and there's 4 different shades. There's light, taupe, auburn, and dark. And I'm using dark because my brow hairs are actually very dark, even though my face is quite light. And this has gel-like properties in it, which is why you may prefer this to using a shadow. If your brows are really unruly, mine are, and they tend to go every which way, this is gonna keep them in place. And then, always you want color on your face. So blush, and they come in little containers like this or like this. These are a couple of my favorites. There are some darker ones, brighter ones, some lighter ones. I'm gonna use Toasted Rose today. And they are cream, which scared me to death when I first started using them because I'd never used cream before. But I will never go back. Look how easily that blended. And I only need a tiny, tiny bit. So these last forever. I've had this for months and months. And this is the one I use most of the time. If you want to add more, add a little bit more. If you want to keep it lighter, use less. And it blends extremely smooth to look very, very natural. And once it's on there, it's going to stay. I've even taken a shower before, and when I got out of the shower, I looked in the mirror and the color was still there. It stays really well, just like the eyeshadow, the foundation, liner. They're budge proof. They last all day. Your makeup is going to look the same at the end of the day as it did at the beginning of the day when you put your makeup on. You'll be astounded. And then lip color. cannot forget lip color. So the lip colors, they're liquid lip colors, and they last 4 to 18 hours. I am shaking it up right now to distribute the pigment. Always shake them before you apply, and you apply it in 3 layers, really thin layers, and let them dry a few seconds in between each layer. And once it's there, you top it with a moisturizing gloss, and then you're good to go for the rest of the day. You don't have to carry around your lip color and keep checking your mirror and reapplying. It's not going to be in your teeth and you didn't know it. It's not going to get on your food. So I'm applying Aussie Rose today, just a nice everyday pink. And I'm swiping in one direction, no smudging back and forth. These are actually really great for your lips because the moisturizing gloss works extremely well. It's extremely hydrating, and all of these products, the color and the gloss, they let your lips naturally exfoliate, which waxy products like chapstick don't do. If you're addicted to chapstick, it's probably because that wax doesn't allow moisture to actually penetrate your lips. It just coats them, and you always feel like you need more, and your lips may start peeling and cracking because they can't exfoliate when they're coated with wax. So there's the second layer, and I'll do one more, and then I will put on the gloss, and the gloss feels amazing. This color will feel almost sticky before you put on the gloss, and once you put on the gloss, it's going to feel silky smooth and you'll forget anything was on your lips at all. There we go. Give it a few seconds to dry, and then we're almost done with your look for the day. And you can go as simple or fancy as you want, and there are several different color options and shade options for all of these. Whether you're looking for a tinted moisturizer or foundation, I can help you pick a shade. Lip color, eyeshadow. There. Now I'm good to go. And now there's no lip color on my fingers, and it's not smearing on my face. Same with the eyeshadow. They're gonna stay put. It's gonna be amazing. Actually, remember that shadow that I put on my hand earlier? It stays. And that's what it's gonna do on your eyes too. Anyway, comment below. Make sure you tell me which products that you feel like you really need, or if you have questions about them, ask me and I'll help you figure out exactly what's gonna work best for you.